Steph, congratulations on the win tonight and on 50 points. Historic. You keep making history in these games. What went through your head at the start of this game, knowing that you were going to have a loud crowd to do the game that you did tonight?
This has been it was a really fun series. It was tough from game 1 to game 7, and it was, kind of a vibe of different adjustments from game to game. And based on how game 6 went, we knew that they were probably going to stick to the same kind of formula, playing mostly small, different rotations. And that allowed us to kind of go back to the drawing board on how we wanted to attack their defense and keep the game as simple as possible and to the pace that we like it. And that was a lot of pick and roll, a lot of just organized offense that gave us a good start. We got some good looks to open up the game, and that allowed us to connect our offense and defense together. We say that a lot, and that's a big part of who we are and how we were successful. So for me, it was just about being aggressive in that scheme and being as consistent as possible. And obviously, I got up 38 shots for a reason, because we started to see where the holes were, and I could be ultra aggressive to get looks, and it worked.
Steph, in the first half, you missed the 2 free throws back to back, and the next couple times you went to the free throw line, the cameras were on you. It looked like you were smiling, almost beaming, I guess you could say. But what was that about? Why?
Attitude can manifest a lot of things, and I told Q on the sidelines I've missed 4 or 5 free throws the last 2 games. Not like me, but never overthink it. Just enjoy the moment. So the smile was intentional and trying to just be in the present, and as simple as it is, it's just trying to make a free throw. So I like to have fun with it.
Steph, Draymond just referred to Malik Monk, saying you guys were old, and might have been referenced in other places. How much motivation do you get out of that? How much is this team that's been together for so long has won so much just trying to kind of fight back people saying it's over for you guys?
I think the competitive spirit's always in us, and we didn't need any sound bites to motivate us, but it did help to know, they thought they had something in the sense of the pace that, they tried to get the game to in game 6, and, that was a talking point for them. But at the end of the day, we knew who we are, and, these last 36 hours to regroup and try to figure out, what our adjustments are going to be and how we wanted to come out. We had a great talk yesterday and great film session, and there's still nerves and anxiousness and anticipating a big night. But when we get out there, our experience took over and felt pretty comfortable from the jump. So it was a great experience.
Steph, it looked like late in the game in particular, you had some things to say to the crowd, and you even motioned looked like you were lighting the beam. Just what goes through your head in moments like that?
I mean, it's just the playoffs. There's so much built into a series, especially when you go 7 games and, the fans get into it, and especially, the Bay Area, NorCal kind of situation, their first time in the playoffs in a long time. So you just get, all that stuff kind of comes out when you get the job done. Sometimes you're on the wrong end of it. Sometimes, we had a lot of experience of winning series, so you just let all that out. It's this is hard. This is winning at this level. There's a lot of narratives and commentary throughout game to game, and you're trying to block it all out and just focus on basketball. But at the end of it, there's fun with it too.
Steph, right here. So obviously you just carried the team. You got 50 points, and the Draymond just called you dominate the game. So who can stop Steph Curry?
Hopefully we'll never find out.
question. How does the NBA champion DNA make this team special and to handle Game 7? Thank you.
You can always go into the memory bank of how you feel in these type of environments. Because like I said, there's still nerves and butterflies because it matters, and we love this atmosphere, and we've been doing it for a very long time. So once the ball drops, like, it's just playing basketball at the end of the day. And I think I said that after Game 6, like, you focus on the details of how you're trying to execute. You trust each other, everybody that's out there on the floor. We had great energy off our bench. Everybody who played came in with the right intentions. There's a lot of conversation and communication and togetherness on the bench, which is huge for us. And everything was connected. So when that happens and then you're on the court and you have clarity of what you're trying to do, good things usually happen. And it was a great time to kind of put it all together on the road in Game 7.
Any early thoughts on Lakers series and just how schematically different you expect that to be?
They're totally different than the Kings. Present a lot of different challenges. We know Bron really well. Played him a couple times, I think, since the trade, and they look extremely different. So they're playing good basketball, and it's weird, a 6-7 seed series. We get home court advantage, so we got to take advantage of that. But they're big, and we got to be able to have everybody, locked in on our preparation over the next 48 hours. And even if guys didn't get much run in this series, that's the nature of the playoffs. Move on to a different team, a different style. Everybody's got to be ready to make those adjustments on the fly.
Stephen, for someone over here to your right, for someone who appreciates the history of the game, you're going to take on LeBron, the Lakers, for the first time in this run. How much do you relish the moments of taking on LeBron again and taking on the Lakers in this next round of the playoffs?
It's amazing because you're still in the fight. It's better than the alternative of on the outside looking in and. Having been down 0-2 in this series, like, nothing's guaranteed. You don't take anything for granted. And it is special to know, from the first series we played him in Cleveland, 14-15 season to now. We're blessed to be playing at this level still, and excited about a new chapter. Two teams trying to, keep your season alive and chase a championship, and that's what it's all about.
Hey, Steph, when you see your team playing the shutdown defense that it did in that second half, how much more does your confidence grow in being able to seize the opportunity and take over a game like you did today?
I mean, that's how you win at this level. Is the offense is flashy, and especially the way that we play, you kind of have that high octane offense. But for us, our calling card has usually been our defense, and you can start to feel the momentum stay on your side, even if shots aren't falling, because you can put 2-3 stops together in a row and kind of take the momentum away from a team that kind of thrives, especially when you're not turning the ball over. Like, that's a huge part for us. And in this series, we lost most games when we lost the possession battle. So, our offense was great, creating good shots, which didn't allow us to set up our defense, and we were able to keep the crowd out of it for a good portion of the game, which is huge on the road. So, probably our best performance of the series, and it was, great timing.
Steph, obviously there's no rival between the Kings and the Warriors, but Sacramento in the Bay Area has a little rival. Is that something that when you playing, you keep in the back of your head, like, as you playing?
Not so much that. It's just, within the playoff series, you hear from both fan bases for all type of different reasons, whether it's the geography, whether it's the the podium game with people talking trash or whatever it is, regular season kind of history with every series is different. So it's 2 series in a row we're playing California teams. It's kind of dope to know there is a little bit of history and connectivity within the different regions, but it doesn't really manifest itself in the way that we approach the game or anything like that.
Hi, Steph. I feel like we ask you about Looney every night, but he corrals these balls, and you might miss, or somebody might miss, and you get 2 or 3 more chances because of him. I mean, he was a key part of this series, as we all saw. What does that mean to you to see the ball coming back at you after a miss and get another chance?
He makes his presence felt, and it's amazing. Another 20 rebound game. I think he's had 3 this series, and special the way that, again, he just, like you said, gives us extra possessions. We're not the biggest team, and so he plays a lot larger than his size, and it's just awesome to know that over the last 2 years he's really created an identity of how he approaches games and how he helps us, and it's so valuable, to your point, because we take a lot of wild shots, and our skill set's on display a lot, but when he's doing what he did all series for us, it makes us that much better. And last year, when we won the championship, he was invaluable to that run, and hopefully, this performance continues.
Steph, we always talk about the wars and the battles that you, Clay, Draymond, Andre, have been going through in the last 10 years. But the admiral of that ship is Steve Kerr. Could you elaborate? Provide some commentary, on working with him these last 10 years, because he definitely had you guys prepared for Game 7.
I mean, there's a lot of trust in our staff, and obviously, Coach is a leader to put us in a position to be successful. It's not an easy job, especially when we have so much talent that we have, to try to find the right combinations and the right rotations and all that. But he has a lot of trust in us, what we see, what we feel, and our input, and vice versa. So you don't have the success that we've had over the last 9 years without that trust and collaboration. But him being a player and having played for the legends that he played for and the teammates that he played with and the championship experiences that he's had, he brings all that wisdom to not just the X's and O's, but keeping everybody on the same page on what we're trying to accomplish and how we need to go about our business. And he's done that from day one, so still doing it.
Steph, we've seen you do night and night, and now you're lighting the beam, and you've talked to fans a lot. How did you step up your trash talk game over the years, and where do you see it at right now?
I do it differently, I guess, just like trying to have fun, whether it's the crowd or weird mannerisms and all that. Sometimes it's choreographed, sometimes it's not, but I never take it too serious. But, yeah, more that you're in this fight, the more you kind of embrace that part of it, I guess, just because, you're defying the odds by, still playing at this high of a level. And I know everybody wants to see you fail. That's kind of the nature of, where we're at right now. So, we love when we still can prove a lot of people wrong. It's part of our vibe now.
Great.